Evening, everyone. Thank you, Donovan, for checking in. We'll give y'all a few minutes. We won't be here a long time. I know it's late. I've been in multiple meetings. I did a couple of impromptu one-on-ones. We had our Discord intro meeting tonight. We had our sentiment call. So this meeting or me putting this out came pretty late. So I definitely apologize, but definitely drop in the comments replay if you're catching the replay. But we're still going to get it going. I'm going to give people maybe a minute or two to jump in because I'm on a few minutes early. And we'll get started. Let me know where you're checking in from, what tickers you're looking at this week as far as earnings. This week, let me see what we got. I got a million tabs open, but don't judge me. So let's go to Earnings Whisper. And let's see who we're going to go over today. I guess I could have went to the other tab. But I know some people were looking at Cadence. I think it's Devin. I'm looking at Fiverr. This is a big hit with people trying to get stuff done and not having a lot of time. So I'm wondering if they're profitable. I haven't ever looked at their chain. Carvana is always a hit and miss. We see a lot of people, they may not qualify for cars, so this resale business could be a good opportunity, but they just go back and forth so much. DoorDash, eBay. My dad always wants me to go order things for him off eBay as far as mechanical and like car parts and stuff, but I don't see a lot of people still talking about eBay. A lot of the people in the resale community, they're either on Etsy or they're on OfferUp, Amazon. They're just on other platforms. So I'm wondering if eBay is still able to be profitable and how they're doing. I haven't looked at them in quite some time. The big one for this week for me is going to be Walmart. Walmart hit that with that trillion cap or area, so they shot up, and I've been bullish on them ever since they've kind of held 100. So we're going to check the chain, see where we're going there with their John Deere contract prices are probably not going to be that great, but we can take a look at John Deere. Lemonade, Klarna. I think PayPal sold off. I looked at PayPal's chart. It was trash. I called 2 weeks ago. If you were here for the last earnings call, I said $50 puts weekly or monthly. If we go look at PayPal, if you took those puts, you are sitting pretty with well enough time on those contracts. I gave you guys back here beginning of February, right before earnings, $50 puts. PayPal is sitting at uh, where's my information? So hold on. 40.29. So I gave you $50 puts. This thing is $10 away. So again, that was a great setup if you had jumped into PayPal. Let's see who else that we have on here. So like I said, we got Klarna, Wafer. Wafer was in those Epi files, so I'm interested to see how they're gonna look. People are still ordering. I'm seeing a lot of influencers getting to their content creator bag, and they're not paying so much on advertisement, but they're paying these creators, and people are buying. Once they see their favorite creator post that item, those things are selling out. So the advertising with social media has become a big hit. So definitely looking into them. We may look at Live Nation, Sprout, Texas Roadhouse, but again, we won't be here long. I know Lamar with the trucking industry, so I might take a look at them. Western Union, we have so many other ways to send money. I wonder if Western Union is still a big thing. If y'all know people who still use Western Union to send money, please just drop it in chat. Anytime I have to send people money, it's either like I'll just Zelle somebody or I'm gonna cash out. Usually there wasn't a way to really send money unless you were wiring it to somebody. Now we have crypto, we have other ways, platform to platform, debit card to debit card, account to account across the board. You're able to send money. So I'm wondering if Western Union is still a big deal. Option chain may not present, but we shall see. Thank you so much, Pascal, for dropping in. So again, I won't keep you guys long. Let's hit it. Let's start with Fiverr. Again, Cadence and Devin, I saw people thinking about it, but I'm not going to roll into it. We're going to just hit it running with Fiverr and FVRR. $14. If we go up, I'm going to go up on a weekly. This thing looks fairly horrible. back before Lovett closed. Fiverr will report Q4 earnings Wednesday, and analysts expect revenues of 109 million, a 5.1 year-over-year growth, with an adjusted earnings of 0.74 a share. So they're still under that COVID low, which is concerning to me. So I would think, these 11, maybe $12. And this thing doesn't move fast, so we're not going to really look at the weeklies. We'll probably want to look at like the March contracts or about a week out to see if there's movement on the chain. But this thing is down. This is looking very bearish. So let's take it over to Webull and look at that chain. So if we're looking at the weekly, this is the monthly contract. The option chain's fairly thin. They only have monthlies. It looks bearish to me. Probably down to 12 if we were to grab this, but it's just I don't like the spread at all. And again, if the volume and open interest is bad, that spread is going to be very bad. So probably staying somewhere at a 13. I don't like the spread on 14 and 12, but it looks fairly bearish to me. So I would be looking at 13. If we go back on the upside, it's just not pretty. 15, I wouldn't go more than 15 if it gets a little bit of a boost because it is a slow mover with its ATR. Who else we got? We got Fiverr, Carvana, CVNA. Let's take a look at Carvana. Ooh, okay, let's clean. Carvana looks bearish. Support was a little more at 350. We've broken that. Next layer. Let's come down on a daily so I can see a little bit better. Okay, so a little bit double bottoming at about 308 and their ATR $30, use 15. So upside maybe 350. Downside, we're looking at like 335. So let's go check the chain, see what they look like. Oh yeah, I made it to the live. Thank you, Vic. Thank you guys for checking in. Let me know where y'all are checking in from. If there's any particular tickers y'all are looking at for tonight, let me know. But let's look at Carvana's chain. But like I said, 335. Okay, so people are sitting at the 340s on the put. This is expensive. Let's start with some rules. If you're trading around earnings, I don't really like to get heavily invested in it because it's such a big risk, but no more than like $200 for a contract. We're not getting into these on, this is not going to be your Hail Mary to really blow or grow your account because it can definitely blow it. So I like to stick at 100 if it's something I really know and the contracts are juiced what they will be around earnings, no more than like 200 a contract. So when we see the contracts this price, we're not even really touching them. We could put it on our watch list to check them out, but we're not going to trade this. Contracts are juiced. Looks like the put city is here, so we'll probably add this 340 put to our watch list. On the call side, it'll probably just be at the money, but that spread is just really ugly. So 340. Let me get these down so we can watch them for our watch list. So 340. What did I say? $13 puts on Fiverr. We're looking at 340 puts on Carvana. And this is just based on the chain, not really, what I was think. And these are not definitely ones we're not getting in. It's just a glimpse of what I see. Dash. Whoa. That's ugly. Support is down here at about 155, but this is high. ATR is 8. You might look at 170 to the upside, but 150 to the downside. But option chain may be trash. Oh, that's not the right one. Dash. Not many people on the train. They're like right here in the money. So we could put the 160 puts on watch list. Nothing on the call side. That doesn't look good at all. So Dash, watch list, at the money 160p. And we'll just watch it. It's not even worth really getting into. Dash might sell off after earnings. Yeah, it looks like people are sitting right there in the money on those puts. Nothing crazy. A little at 145, but nothing crazy. Again, these are still fairly priced. I've been seeing things about Waymo where they're using DoorDash drivers. The Waymo people that are taking the Waymo in larger cities, Atlanta, Los Angeles, We have some here in Houston, in the downtown area, Austin area, and I think St. Louis. I think I said them. So people get out the Waymo, and I don't know why, but they don't close the door. So they're sending DoorDash people, "Hey, come collect a late $8. Go to this Waymo car and close the door." And I guess they take a picture of the door closed. Again, to me, side hustle wise, close the door, take the picture, get paid, open the door back up, and let it send you to close the door again. I guess you won't want to abuse that, but follow those Waymo cars and tell everybody to get out. Hey, just leave the door open so I can close it. But that's very interesting that you have an automated car. That would have been a feature they need to add, automatic door shut. So because there's not somebody driving the car, so if somebody gets out and leaves the door open, I don't know why they would leave it open. Anytime I get out of a car, I want to close the door. So why they're leaving the door open, I guess to let somebody else get back in. I don't really understand that. So, but let's keep going. Let's go to eBay. Again, I don't know how many people are still using eBay. I don't even go shop there that often. Definitely had a little pop up, but support down here at 79. It's been coming back to this area and buying back up. Earnings have been good, uh, quarter over quarter. But to the lower side with the $3 ATR, really would probably look at 80 puts or probably up to the upside to 85 if they're doing well. So let's see where the money resides. Let's go to eBay. Nothing heavy on the chain. Yeah. Nobody's really out here for the February. Let's go to March season. Yeah, nobody's really looking at eBay. So I don't see a sway. The chart, it could go either way. I don't like the spreads because not too many people are on the chain. So the spreads are really wide. So this is kind of a 50-50. I don't have any type of analysis on, what that would look like. Top of the day, we got Walmart. So I'm really big on Walmart with them entering in this new era. Like I'm very bullish on them. They've just been on a roar. The thing with me would be, are they going to come strong? Did they have a good quarter and can keep investors at this level, or will they want to sell back down maybe to the 120s? Getting entry because it's been over 100 and it's kind of holding that area. The last area that was a strong consolidations on, we got a little bit at 110, but we're continuing. They've been continuing to push up and up. So I'd be looking at 135, 140 to the upside, just without looking at the chain, and then to the downside, maybe 130, 125. But it kind of alarms me like there might be some profit taken in here. Again, to the put side, like I said, that 130. Yeah, and some people lining up here and maybe they're thinking there's going to be some pullback. Maybe the that market cap increase is kind of an overreaction, and I think it's going to pull back. But again, to the upside, like I said, 135. That's where the people are sitting. We have a few people at 140. I'm not mad at it. Price isn't bad, so this is a kind of a 50-50 split to see how they're doing. Definitely don't have to jump in on this on Monday. You can look at it a few days before. But if we're looking put wise, we're looking at 130p. And to the upside, we're looking at 135, one. I really don't like the 140. The option chain looks good, but that's kind of a ways away. So 135, 140p. Y'all let me know, what do y'all think about Walmart that way, groceries? Okay, well, we got Klarna. We're definitely gonna look at Klarna. If you have time, go. Can you go over Florida? Yeah, let's hit it before I move on. So let's look at FLUOR. Klarna could be a dead count bounce. It definitely can. We're gonna look at them. Ad revenue should help Walmart beat grocery. I'm looking at a 200 leap. I love that, Pascal. I'm gonna leave that up there for a while, so y'all can catch it. But I do like leaps on Walmart out the money. Like that's the best way if you're not really good at day trading. You don't want to take those risks. Get that leap. I definitely think they could hit that or at least come close throughout this year, as long as we're not getting that pullback. The overall market. And I want y'all to see that on that higher time frame. This is the only thing that concern me with leaps. Don't pay attention to all my lines. We keep dropping down to this 677 level and bouncing back up, dropping down, bouncing back up. The thing with that is there's a lower gap down here. If we start to sell, we have a support here at 650, and we still have this gap back here at 200, at 600 that we have not filled. some kind of catalyst may bring us down here. May not be now for this year, but that is a little alarming for me that we still have this gap down from June of last year. Can it feel now? We usually have some pullback in February, but this could be our bounce for a continuation. And you always want to look at sentiment. So if we go to equity clock, how we played out last year. It started toward the end of February. We sell off into March. So I'm just a little cautious on getting swings long term right now until probably we get through the month. If we start pushing hard, I have a stronger confluence to get into those, but it just has me weary, and I definitely, want to check the chain out for that. If you're looking at the leaps, are you looking at the December or the January for 200? Let me know. And I got all the strikes. Why aren't they showing me 200 on Webull? Can I only see them? Yeah, I'm only seeing the 195. It's not letting me go too much further out. So let me know what's the date for that strike. Let's get back. Let's look at floor. Did I put that right? Is it FLUOR? Okay, the January leaps. Okay. Did I say FLUOR? Which one of these? Is that it? I don't think that's the one. Is it OUAR? Did I write it down right? Is it OUR? Or is it UOR? Let's go back to the chain because I don't know which one this is. I saw it though. Okay. FLR. Okay. So FLR. So it's at 45. Got a $2 ATR. Let's go back on that higher time frame. It's sitting in the middle of that channel right there. So we had a double top here. We found some support here at 37 and a little bit more, probably right under 40. So we'd want to check them out. Got about a $2 move. So let's check the chain, see what people are thinking. Have more activity. A little bit more people at 50 going to the upside, but to the downside right here at the money on the 45. Spread is a little wide, but volume and open interest looks good. So this is kind of 50-50 because they're kind of lining up for the 50 and they're sitting kind of heavy at the 45. I always like to go out like to the next monthly and just see if there's anybody waiting there. Looks like it's, but you got 10,000 in OI at that 50. So it's a little 50-50 for floor for me. Leaps on Hood, Netflix, Crowd, Meta looks promising. I like all of those. Netflix a little bit iffy sometimes, and Hood I didn't listen to the earnings, so I need to see how they were reporting. I said John Deere. Like I said, we're not gonna trade it because I think it's expensive. The last time I looked at it, yeah, they're on a tear. Look at that, well over the previous support 534, but we just don't really trade it. But it's just something to keep an eye on. This equipment area 603, yeah, we're not touching it. It's not really being traded, but just to continue to see long term investment, see how they're doing. Lemonade. LMND. Lemonade looks down. We look like we might be. It moves about $6. So we got about a 60 put, 55 put if they don't get a bounce around here. So let's look at Lemonade. So what did I say? Like 60. Few people at that 60. Not really here on the weekly. What is that? 8? Yeah, ATR is 6. Let's go out a little bit just to see if we're getting a preview of where things might be going. Couple of OI, but I don't see too much with Lemonade to even make me have like a bias on either way. Nothing there yet. So we got Klarna. Woo. Anybody investing in? Here's a tidbit. Everybody wants to say, okay, I want to get in on IPOs very early. If you've ever traded with us or we talk about dividends and stuff, sometimes being early is not always great. We usually want to wait to that lockup period. If you don't know what that is, look. But the lockout period is when those angel investors they can't sell yet. They have 90 days before they can sell. Once that, I think 60 or 90 days, look it up. Once that lockup period ends, you just look up use the lockup period. That's when that ticker starts to drop because those angel investors can get out. If I've been in this company from the jump, and let's say I got in at Klarna at $40 and I can't sell yet, I'm not going to get a return on my investment because this thing is selling down. People are burning Klarna. People are burning these buy now, pay laters because they're getting the product and people will just go out, put it in other people's names and just not pay them back. So that's a big issue that they're having. First earnings was great, but they're struggling here. I like them as a company, but it's easy for them to get burned with allowing anybody to leverage this. So this going down, we got about $1. We'll probably be looking at like 18 or $17 puts. Could it bounce? It certainly can, but this is that's a hard look for it right now. Um, I don't even like they only got monthly, so they're not even moving that much. Yeah, people are not. They don't trust this. They're not bullish on it at all. They're just not trading it because they're not bearish that much either. I would have wanted the train to look a little bit more robust to be able to trade it, but put CD right at 1750. There's no 18. If we go out to March, they have more call dates than put dates, but still not a lot of people on it. Yeah, I hate IPOs too. Uh, make it a 2028. Definitely, like Walmart's not going anywhere. It's just one of those staples. Wayfair. So let's do Wayfair. Bearish. We got some support at 76. Again, I'm interested to see. Again, they've incorporated a lot of these influencers to get sales, so I wonder if revenue is going to be up. Redemption of convertible notes. Okay. Announced the redemption of 250 million in convertible senior notes. These notes converted for cash and stock. Conversion rate increased 16.37 shares per 1,000. Principal redemption aim to maintain liability and potential dilution. I don't know how that's going to do for them, and we'll just have to see. Again, this looks very bearish. I don't know if they're recovering. Again, them being in files is going to probably hurt them. Why they might take another drop. Nobody's trading it, so nobody. I would think people would care more. People want to just talk about what's going on in those files, but this is how you really, if you want to take advantage or do something, so short it. We're in the market. You want to make a big wave, short a company that you don't feel is doing great. Emeka Human, thank you so much. Making it late. I should be operational by March. Okay. So we got Wayfair. Again, this week is very, very blah. Not a lot going on. We can look at Open Door and Live Nation for ticket selling. Let's see. Open Door should be open. I think I've seen somebody in the Discord trading open. Open moves slow, so we would definitely be looking at more monthly contracts. And this looks like it's on the downside. I think I looked at this for somebody last week or so, and it's just been kind of like you just put city. Yeah. Put city $4 puts. They're $15. Take it. If you ever want to trade earnings, this is the time to trade it with like I think I did that with the forward. It's not much risk on your side, but could pay out. If we go to the upside, you're at 4.5 in calls, or don't go $7 or anything. Stay right here in the money. You could do a $4 put, 4.5 call, do a spread. Let's go out to the monthly on here. Monthly, more puts, but way more open interest on calls. So maybe people are thinking this is going to pick up because sentiment right here looks very bullish. Let's look at the leaps on here. A lot of people kind of bullish on open, so they think it, might turn around. There's a lot of activity here. So I'm 50-50 on open at $4 puts or 4.5 calls. It's kind of 50-50, but it's cheap. Oh, we said Live Nation, LYV or N. Hold up. Live LVN. No. Live Nation. Okay. LYV. Looks bullish. Could be trying to get back above maybe 160, 165. LYV. What did I say? 160, 165. Nobody's out here trading it. Blah, blah. So nothing too much there. Let's do Sprout and Texas Roadhouse. Are people still eating out? Um, Sprout. Whoa. Whoa, Sprout. Why haven't you been seeing Sprout? That's a bad look on Sprout. Sprout is back to 2024 levels. Yeah, that's a bad look on that sale. Let's take a look at Sprout chain. And this probably didn't go off on the radar because it probably doesn't trade that well on the chain. Yeah, chain is pretty blah. Yeah, and they only got monthly contracts. So again, people are not really trading it. It's just not on anybody's radar. So we got Sprout and we got Texas Roadhouse, and then we'll do Lamar. Texas RHTX RH. Okay, 50-50 is in between this range for 200. So like 190, 185, 190, or to the downside, 175 if they kind of get some room. TXRH. But I don't trade it, so I don't think the chain is, chain is expensive. We're not looking at that one. We do Lamar. It's kind of a blah week. I thought trucking. These are the billboards. I hear it. I was watching one of those TikTok, Facebook guys, and the guy he was interviewing was like, "Yeah, I got into billboards and real estate, and if you buy this billboard company, it's like a 100% write off for depreciation or something." So he was really like talking about how to wash and kind of launder the money. Like I can go buy this company for this amount of price because you can't like tax that amount of money, because they was acting like, what's the biggest loophole you have? And it was like, it's a 100% write off because it's a depreciation. And I'm like, what? That was so new to me and made me want to go down that rabbit hole. So I'm gonna definitely take a look at it. Look at INTC weekly chart. If they can create bullish narrative like their data centers and data centers, for the data centers and data centers cool tech, they could bounce back. Okay, we'll take a look at them. What defines a leap, by the way? Is it exceed 6 months? Leaps are a year. It's usually the yearly contract. That's what defines a leap. INTC. I like Intel because it's a very steady move. Intel it's on that double top area. They got to get people to hold over 50, and that's the problem from Intel right now. Buyers are not saying that they're going to hold over 50. So when we come and look, they're sitting there though. They're sitting here at 48 and 50, very strong, but they're sitting at 45 as well. So on either side, they're sitting very strong. Let's go up. Let's go out on the monthly. Yeah. 75 at the 50. Then on the put side, it's still kind of a 50-50 on them battling where this should go. And it's not always a bad thing. That just means calls and puts may print depending on when you get into that trade. Sprouting dealing with lawsuits, slower sales, and market competition. I can expect that. Sprout has a healthier alternative option. It's for a select group of people, and they're in neighborhoods that are not high traffic areas and more prominent, or I guess wallet size locations. So everybody doesn't get there. Even if I like Sprout, I think I have to drive about 45 minutes to Sprout or maybe even an hour into Houston where the closest one would be. So it's not convenient for me. So kind of convenience over if I want something specifically that they sell. There's nothing enticing me to just go there. And I think it's the kind of same for customers. They have to get more better locations for everyone in different areas so people can reach them. But again, I'm kind of bearish on this week. We keep hitting this level, like I said, that 677 level on SPY. So I'm going to be watching to see if we break that, or if we can hold if we can hold 680. That's been a area we keep going back down to. And let's go up to the daily. So there's the 677. We get here, we pop. We've had the same week over week play out. Drop, pop, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop. Look like we might get another move back up and then back down. The week will push up and then come back into place. Let's come down and see how are we doing. Still, we're under at 680. Don't know what it will be in the morning, but again, there's a gap down here that we could also trade into. So just be careful. Give the market time to settle. We are coming off a 3-day weekend. And majority of the time when we come off 3-day weekends, investors have not held through the weekend and they might be repositioning on trades. So we may see some pullback in the beginning and then a true direction. So be careful trading fresh off the open. I think KR is a sleeper in long-term low-cost organic foods. They are. Kroger's a little bit more expensive to me. I'm in Texas, so I get privy to HEB, and I really like their fruits and vegetables better. I will not touch majority of the meat and vegetables inside of Walmart, and just just the last thing open, and I can't get to the HEB. Every now and then I do Kroger, but their produce in my area and in some of our stores, the produce just go bad fast. We just don't usually care for it. Sprout Salad Bar used to be the bomb too. COVID killed it. I wouldn't be surprised. Most buffets have just kind of gone down in general. People are just not eating the same or consuming the same, and then having those germs floating around, or people just getting up and making their own plates can be a bit of a deterrent to people now. But I did want to I want to show you guys a few things. If you're not already inside of our Discord, we do have a challenge starting with the lovely Kendra. You can sign up and get 80% off your first month, or you can get 80% off the yearly or the lifetime. And people are just like, why would I want to do that? Why would I sign up for these type of alerts or things? The monthly premium for Discord has gone up. This is 210 right now, and you can get 80% off the first month. I think makes it like $80 or something. $42. I think it makes it $42. But you could also get it off your lifetime or the yearly. I'll drop these inside of the chat. And the code is challenge. The challenge will be starting tomorrow. Kendra will be dropping those plays. So if anybody wants to get signed up, if you want the yearly or the monthly, I think you can still use this link and get in. You will be having to sign up and go through WAP to get signed up in Discord on the paid side. But I want to show you guys what all is happening. Where's Discord? We already have a replay for our informational session that was earlier today. We got, let's see. It's already here. We got rules in here. We got psychology in here. Everybody's ready to trade. We have a compounding chart to help you out. If you know absolutely nothing about trading, this may not be for you right now. You have to have some kind of background, got to be able to enter and exit your trade to be able to get in here. So I want to give that disclaimer. Do we teach people how to learn how to do that? Yes, we'll teach you, but are you going to be ready to trade tomorrow? Probably not until you have that basis and background. So we also did a sentiment call over there. I'm wrapping it up with giving you the earnings play. Also, I have a couple of sales going on because people have been struggling. I gave people to midnight tonight, and I'm sorry, YouTube, y'all get it late, but midnight tonight, you can get one-on-ones for $60. I'm going to limit that to 5 per person. So after tonight, those will go back to $100, and there is a $25 off for those one-on-ones, Valentine's extension. So if you want to reach out, you see my email for the Zelle. You see the Cash App if you're wanting to Cash App me and get scheduled. The link to schedule. And if you want to day trade, if you're contacting me from overseas and you need a time that's not on this calendar and it's like midnight or something, shoot me an email. It's going across the ticker, and I can schedule you for a time. But you can see 4 and 5 on Wednesday are open this week. Oh, sorry, I don't have anything this week. I may open up some more time slots this week, but you can schedule here, and I'll go in and I can update it for you for a time on Wednesday, Thursday. I might take 2 people on Friday, and then my class is on Saturday. So if you haven't signed up for the class, my class is going over how to trade. If you've been here for a while, you've traded Power Hour with me. But I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to trade Power Hour, specifically with SPX and SPY. The class is $97. If you go on YouTube, if you come into YouTube and go to the post, there is a post with the link. I'll drop the link here too. Let's do 100. Where's the link? Calendar. There it is. So here's the calendar link. Let's see if that ticker, that code still works for you guys. 2 o'clock session. Code was YouTube 20. Oh, it's dead. So YouTube 20 is dead. Let's see if it's YouTube 10 is dead. Sorry, everything's dead. I'm gonna give y'all this one, but I'm not gonna drop it in the chat because they gotta watch the whole video to get it. If you use this code, it will give you $20 off to sign up. And again, this is for people who don't have a lot of time to watch the market and you want to trade Power Hour. So this is going to be your best opportunity to learn this setup and strategy. If you can't make it, that's fine. It will be recorded and the replay will be sent out. If you wait until after that live has been completed, that replay will be 127. So I say, even if you think you might want to learn this strategy or use it in the future, sign up. That way I have your email and I can send you the replay. Also, bonus that I hadn't really told anybody, we're going to trade live. After I go over explaining this, the people that are on the live or the people that reach out to me, they're going to get a private Zoom link where you can trade Power Hour with me, kind of like I do on YouTube, but y'all are going to be able to speak to me in real time. I'm going to signal the trade, what to get into, and when to get out to do this play. I missed a couple of messages. Yeah, don't eat Walmart meat. Only eat meat from some Kroger's, Publix, Fresh Market, Butcher. I'm actually am looking for about a fourth of a cow, so I can purchase here local. I want to get a local meat market. We have an egg. There's a people with egg farm right behind our house, so eggs are pretty plentiful. But I do want a local meat person. But yeah, I told you guys I wouldn't be here long. I didn't want to keep you guys. If you're catching a replay, definitely drop replay. If you got questions, definitely reach out. I've dropped the link um, to the class. If you got any other questions, shoot me an email. My email is scrolling across the screen, so you can always reach me if you have a question or miss out on anything. But I'll give us till about 10:45 if we got questions throughout the week or anything else y'all want me to take a look at, and then we're going to get out of here. I don't want to keep y'all up long. Market, people on the East Coast, they got to get up earlier for the market to open. But I appreciate all 10 or 12 of y'all for jumping on and checking this out. So if there's anything else, let me know. More than welcome. More than welcome. Prepare for the week. Again, not a big earnings week. Couple of good ones to look at, but not so much. GE. I haven't looked at GE in a while. GE used to be one of my favorite tickers to look at, though. It was easy to kind of take a look at. They weren't trading right here when I used to look at it. United Airlines has placed an order for over 300 Gen X engines for GE Aerospace. So we got a little bit of a range here. It's kind of between this 310 and 327. This is a strong resistance for them right here. So they got to show some value to be able to push up out of here. But GE is one of those staples that people just keep. when they're investing. Price action, volume and open interest doesn't look too crazy. I'm not seeing anything that stands out that will make me want to jump in. 340 looks okay, but nothing there that just kind of stands out to me. Everybody good? Start the week off good. I got a couple of people that were interested in one-on-one mentorships and things like that. So I'll be posting that as well, because at the end of the month, the new mentorship will start the first week in March. The first, I think it's like March 8th. What's that first Saturday? March 7th. So my next group mentorship will start March 7th. Individual one-on-one mentorships, they can start whenever you're ready. Brandon, thank you so much for dropping in. We're just starting the week off. I went over Walmart. I know you like it, so definitely watch the replay for Walmart and my breakdown on them. If you're not already in, you might already be in them. Brandon got some good setup and positions for Walmart. He was in it quite early. What else y'all got? I'm checking my texts and my emails because I set my phone down and I'm like I might be missing some of the messages, but I think y'all are good. Think y'all are ready for the week. If y'all are needing help, like I said, those one-on-ones are on sale. Let's look at Exxon. That Exxon is booming. I called out the 140s because if you look at how Exxon trends, unless let me show you guys on a cleaner chart. Let's go to Zom, and when in doubt, zoom out. So Exxon every year we come down here January to March. Here's January, and there's to March. They get a little bit of move up. Where's that? January to March. Hold up. This one we sold down. Where's 2024? Here's January. There's to April, March. Let's go 2025. Here's that January, back up to March. Where are we at again? January, back up to March. So this is the same sentiment that has been playing out for about 2, 3 years. So a week or two ago, I told you guys put Exxon 140 calls on your watch list or take those trades. That Amazon contract was 103 when I added it. It's up like 200% at 300 and something dollars. And it's just a sentiment thing. It's just what it keeps doing. Done it year over year. So that's why I called it out. But it's hitting those all-time highs, or that 52-week high. Where's my 52-week? 156.93. So we're getting back up there. I will probably see some pullback around that area. So if we go back to Exxon, I think I was looking at the 320 contracts. So that was a 140 call in the money. Looks good. If we're going, excuse me, add a little more, you're looking at the 150s, maybe 155. Don't go too far out just because of the spread. But yeah, I'm bullish on them up until March. Y'all see that? My Exxon play was up 646%. So you could come here and just listen to me and make money for free. Brandon is one of my students, though, top notch student that does the research. But yeah, Exxon don't play. But the setup was there. You got to understand. Yes, I teach you how to day trade. I'll teach you how to be an even better swing trader, and I teach you how to find it yourself. So we go through. I'm showing and walking you guys how to do earnings for like, every week. So I'll probably stop until we have like this week was kind of trash, wasn't that robust. So I might not do earnings every week if it's not a robust week. But if it's pretty good, and I did say I want to try to get these in on Thursday or Friday. So if y'all need to swing into the Monday companies that are reporting, but I'll start taking a look the week before. Earnings Whisperer won't show you the like cutesy chart like this until Friday, but you can go to earningswhisperer.com and come in and hit every week. Go to the calendar, go to the week you're looking at. So if we're looking at next week, I can come in and already see, okay, hymns, looks like only hymns on Monday. Let's see what we got for Tuesday. AMC, I don't really fool with them because it's a meme. You got Kava. Lucid's trash now though. So not too much. Next week's probably going to be a light week too, because I'm not seeing too many things to look over. Nvidia's going to be big that week, so I'll definitely do that. We got CRM, Snow, all the tech. This is going to be a big. This is probably what's going to make or break us for next week. So we definitely want to keep an eye out and look for positionings there as we do pullbacks. Sound, Dell, Duolingo, Wolf. Next week's going to be big. MP, a sleeper, but really, really good at swings. MP, Intuit. These are going to be really, really. This was starting off to be slow, but next week is going to be a banger too. Let's look at Thursday. Oh, I did Thursday. Crowd Weave. And I said Snow. And then Hawaiian Electric. They hadn't had much talk about them since the, I think, volcano or hurricane, and that was a big deal. I think about a year and a half, 2 years ago, but I hadn't really looked at them since. So a couple of great tickers for next week as well. Y'all got anything else? What do I think about? So I talked about SPY this week. We're trading in between seeing if we can hold 680 and going back up to their resistance at 688. So I'm a little bit bearish because it's a 3-day weekend. So I think we may pull down, then get a push up toward the end of Monday, and then sell down the rest of the week and try to get a pop up Thursday or Friday. Earnings might play a little bit part of that with Walmart, but not too much. But I'm fairly bearish, but I'm gonna just wait and see. But we're in between that 680 and 688 range. I didn't see TJ Maxx. Thank you for pointing it out. Let me see. Why didn't I see TJ Maxx? Those department stores be big on reporting. Where did I skip them? Matter of fact, let's just go there. Is it TJ Maxx or is that TJ Maxx? I don't know. Volume and average volume. Okay. They report the 25th. Okay, yeah. Let's take a look. Looks a little bit more bullish. We found support, higher high, moving back up. So this could be bullish back to 155 to about 158. Not a lot of people on that weekly. Oh, I forget. It's the following week. Let's see if some people are out here. Not too much, so I'll probably go to the monthly. Yeah. Nobody's really paying attention to TJ Maxx. Okay, I know that the FOMC meeting Wednesday. I wonder what they're gonna do next Wednesday, and I think it's just a minutes. Let's go to Forex Factory. So this week, it's just the minutes. So nothing crazy. They're just gonna say what happened at the last meeting, and then if we go out to the next week, yeah, it's good. We're gonna have CPI again, but it's just the minutes from the last meeting. I took profits on my 115s last week for February 20th, what the 20%. That's what's up, Pascal. I love it. We don't always have to get that home run. We take what we can get. TJ Maxx 155 calls. Okay. I like it. I like it. Again, I'm not gonna hold you guys. I dropped the sales. Y'all got all the discounts. Y'all got questions. Hit me up. Tomorrow I'm gonna be relaxing. My wife booked us a spa day, so I'll be trading from my phone, but not for a long time. Once I hit the spa, I'll probably be out of it. I might get to take some morning trades. I'm probably gonna miss power hour. So get to enjoy my time. Life of a, married day trader. You get to go and spend a spa day on a random Tuesday. So I'll probably pay some trades in the morning and then be out the way. Hopefully the market gives me what I want. And again, I'll be inside the challenge taking a page with Kendra. And I think that's about it, guys. I'll definitely be trading Wednesday. I got a couple of morning consults, so I might not be able to go live with you guys until Friday, but I will be trying to post. Make sure you're inside the community. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, come. We got Bodyhood. Definitely subscribe to them. But come to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed, and you can always come here and post. If you ever want to keep up with me or you haven't seen anything, come to the post. Post what tickers you got. You can post what contracts you got. This is our community. I haven't got us a name. I've been telling everybody on Facebook, Rich Biscuits. It's kind of a play on it. The people that get in your inbox and be like Grand Rising. So I'm like, well, we Rich Biscuits out here. We're gonna get that bread. So definitely show up in the community, post your trades, post your questions. I'll definitely get to you guys. And have a happy trading week. If nothing more, y'all have a good rest of the evening. Get some rest and happy trading tomorrow.